Thank you so much, Abdullah. I would like to read some words I sketched down before I sing, if that's okay. My friends, people of Ireland, and the people of the world, wherever you hear this from, we stand and teeter upon a precipice. We inhabit a unique moment in the history of humanity together. As the modern rise of fascism intersects with globalization, oligarchy, the advent of AI, militarism, and the greed and willful ignorance of the elitist classes of the world. The combination of these things has made a runaway train of power, and the result is the atrocities and the live-streamed genocide that seems almost unstoppable before our eyes in spite of the outrage of the world's people. Such a situation demands more of our generation than we ever expected. But we must answer the call. We must answer the call not only because we have no choice, but because our shared humanity and common decency insists upon it. Because we are one human family, and to quote a freedom fighter of our own, John Boyle O'Reilly, no man is free when free alone. Perhaps we have been too naive, my friends, and idealistic. We have been asleep, and in our comfortable sleep, we convinced ourselves that we had evolved as a society and a civilization, that evil was far from our door, perhaps that our generation was clear of the dangers of the past, and so far from the evils and the barbed wire of war that bar a detail or two, our society was free and in no need of maintenance. What fools we have been. It is with great sadness that I say, we are blind no more. And now we see. There will be some among us who sense the dangers, some who saw the writing on the wall, some who sensed that all was not as it seemed behind the walls and in the halls of power. Those who had their doubts. Dispel your doubts, my friends. Let your trusted instincts rest. Save yourself the questions. Through their slaughter, the children of Palestine have shown us how the world really works, how the world really is run, and how wide is that ever-widening man-made division that separates power and the poor. With their broken, dismembered bodies, their seared flesh, and their unanswered cries, the dead and dying children of Palestine are showing us that the governments and so-called representatives of the world's citizenry are no longer run by those given to prioritize humanitarian interests. Rather, they are run by those trapped in the web of corporate interests, pressured and bought by lobbies, steamrolled by multinational companies, and slave to the use of blind capitalist shareholders' dollars. With their emancipated limbs, the starved children of Gaza tell us that we have learned nothing about the value of life above everything else in this world, and of the dangers of power and extremism. With the haunting accumulation of their bones and their abruptly ended young lives, the murdered, innocent children of Palestine say to us, the free, the sleepy, the privileged, and the comfortable citizens of the world, don't let our deaths be in vain. Use our deaths as a reason to demand better of this world, they say. Use our deaths as a catalyst for change in these dangerous times. Let your tears be the raging torrent to douse the inferno of greed, evil and impunity that is rampant in this world. Let our deaths be the reason to demand better of this world, so that your children or your neighbor's children are not the next to be slaughtered with impunity. The murdered, silenced, dead children of Palestine say, "Make us count for something." And dare I say, in these extreme times, they demand that our answer and our response must be extreme on their behalf. That's what they would lead us to believe, that our actions are extreme. These times demand the extremism of ending silence and refusing to be silenced. The extremism of downing our phones, looking into each other's eyes and challenging ourselves and each other with uncomfortable conversations. The extremism of ending complicity. The extremism of banding together in solidarity, not only with the people of Palestine, but with our neighbours and our fellow human beings against all forms of fascism and oppression in this world. This is the quiet, hard work of revolution. To end tyranny and to keep the genie in the bottle, we must each first practice, nurture and nourish our own individual humanity. We must seek it out and find it in others, in our brothers and sisters of the world, in those across the water, no matter what land they come from or how different they appear. We must band together and we must cultivate and inspire the kind of humanity and unity amongst the peoples of the world, one at a time or all together, even in our enemies, that will end this horror, not only through shared mass resistance, but through simple and individual small acts of kindness and compassion. For with their silent graves, let the murdered children, the heartbroken mothers, the tortured fathers, the silenced journalists, teachers, doctors, the entire indigenous community of Palestine, let them warn you that no child is safe in this world, and no people of this world are safe if the international diplomatic community and all of its constructs in the name of peace cannot stop their slaughter, in spite of the outrage that has been demonstrated at every far-flung corner of this earth against their genocide, as we have witnessed it live. My friends, solidarity, unity and compassion are the only way forward. Weak, we are divided. Together, we are strong. End the genocide. Enact the Occupied Territories Bill and free Palestine.
Children of Gaza, you will die in vain! Children of Gaza, you will die in vain! Children of Gaza! Children of Gaza!
Just making sure this works. I dedicate this song, of course, to the people of Palestine. World on Fire. Day or night, you go blind. When you're lost and the darkness is closing in tight, go on, set me alive, day or and they're cutting you down with lies. When the whole world's gone silent at the end of your trial, I will stand up and say with my life, day or night, I'm with you, day or if the world goes on fire, I'll be by your side, my last breath to cool you down.